Uh, Dear students of Holy Cross Lakeview, I welcome you all to this online teaching. My name is Muyanda your teacher of History 241/1, History of East Africa, from C1000 to Independence. Good afternoon to you all. I would like to take you through today's lesson concerning Buganda Kingdom. Buganda Kingdom is a great kingdom that we need to look at. This is an area that is normally handled in Senior 2. But to the best of our knowledge, we do believe that Senior 2 is part of O level. And now that it is part of O level, whatever we teach you from Senior 1 to Senior 4 is examined at the end of your course of O level when it comes to UNEB exams. Allow me to take you through the years Buganda Kingdom has been coming. As a matter of truth, in 2012, we had Buganda Kingdom. The question was set on the origin of Buganda Kingdom, and it was, how was Buganda Kingdom established? When they asked how Buganda Kingdom was established, some students failed to interpret that establishment means origin. And a good number of candidates that year 2012 failed that number with their heads down. And because it was unpopular that many candidates failed it, the number was reset in 2013. This time around, the setter never used the other language of establishment. It was set clearly to the candidates, describe the origins of Buganda Kingdom. Now, when it was set as origins of Buganda Kingdom, the candidates attempted, and interestingly, they passed it. Not as it was said in 2012 with the language, with the terminology, establishment. Whenever students are asked about it, some of them equate it to organization, and you write a very good essay concerning the organization, but on a wrangle question that seeks the origin of Uganda. Now, as a student of Holy Cross Lakeview, who has been well handled, who has been ushered by a committed team of teachers in the history department, we believe we handled you well when you were in Senior 2, Senior 3, and presently my candidates of Senior 4, whom I'm saying, and I have to emphasize, that come rain or sunshine, believe me or not, the distinctions will come. We told you that for any question in history, you start with an introduction. And what is an introduction for this matter? We want you to give the background of Uganda Kingdom, because the question is on origins of Uganda Kingdom. How did the Buganda Kingdom come into existence? And because we are interested in knowing how Uganda came into existence, for that matter, therefore, we need to give the background of Uganda. What was Uganda? Where was Buganda Kingdom located? And as you give the background of Buganda Kingdom, you earn for yourself the 2 marks. Those are the marks for the introduction. However much you give the origin of Uganda kingdom, minus stating its background, you will not get the whole marks. You will not exhaust the question very well to satisfy the interest of the setter and the examiner. On that matter, therefore, we shall begin by stating the background of Uganda kingdom. That Buganda was one of the interlacustrine kingdoms. By interlacustrine, we refer to those kingdoms that were surrounded by the water bodies. Which water bodies surrounded Uganda kingdom? We can cite Lake Victoria, Lake Albert, Lake Kyoga. So on that effect, one can align that statement that Buganda kingdom was one of the interlacustrine kingdoms. It was located in the north of the shores of Lake Victoria, between Lake Albert and Lake Kyoga. You will win for yourself that one mark for introduction. Then you move down and say that Buganda kingdom was part of the large Bunyoro Kitala. Bunyoro Kitala, that is the choice. That Buganda emerged as Bunyoro kingdom declined. Remember, Buganda was a vassal state to Bunyoro, and Buganda used to pay tribute to Bunyoro Kitala. When Bunyoro declined, Buganda rose. Now, we are handling the origin of Uganda. But remember, when we are teaching history right from senior 1, we start with the sources of collecting historical information, because some of you may be wondering, where did this man get the information about Uganda? It is through the sources of collecting data. Data, I mean information. Now, what are the sources of collecting historical information? We have oral source, linguistic source, written source, archaeology, anthropology. We have so many. And for our question, origins of Uganda, we rely mostly on the oral traditional source. Oral traditional source, what does it say about Buganda's origin? It says that the origin of Uganda is not clear. It is not clear because of the various sources, because of the various theories in the region. According to the oral source, it said that Uganda kingdom was established by Kato, Chimera, and also Chintu. Chintu is believed to have come from the directions of Mountain Elgon. He moved through Mbale, Busoga, and finally entered Uganda. Chintu is believed to have come along with the 13 to 14 present-day clans in Uganda. He settled in Uganda. When Chintu settled in Uganda, he crowned himself the Sabataka. Sabataka, I mean the head of the existing clan heads. And by that time, there were 5 to 6 clan heads in Uganda. So Chintu crowned himself as the head of the existing 5 to 6 clan heads. But remember, Chintu came along with 13 to 14 clans. And that's where the element of the origin not being clear, because even the clans he came along with are doubted. We are not certain. And that's why we are not citing that he came with 13. He came with 14. He came with about 13 to 14 clans. He crowned himself as the head of the existing 5 to 6 clans. In Uganda, Saabataka. That was oral source, which is supported by the very many Buganda in the region. Not only that, according to the oral source, which is cited from the Bunyolo's theory, they believe that the Buganda kingdom was established by Kato Kimera. Kato Kimera was a Munyolo and a twin brother to Isingoma Lukidi Mpuga. Lukidi Mpuga, the founder of Luo Babito dynasty. You need to realize that when you are in senior 2, the committed team of teachers in the history department at Holy Cross Lakeview must have taught you the migrations. We have Bantu migration, we handled Luo migration and Ingoni. Now for this case of Chintu and Lukidi Mpuga Isingoma, they came into existence as a result of Luo migration. When the Luo reached Kubungu, which was their dispersal zone, they had to sprint into 2 groups. One group of the Luo, which was under Jipiri, moved northwestwards, and it crossed the Nile and intermarried with the local people there, the Lendu, the Madi, Okebo, and they produced the Alu. But we are interested in the other group that remained at Kubungu, the Jubito, which moved under the leadership of Labongo. It crossed Pawil, Jope, moved southwestwards and entered Bunyolo. It led to the collapse of the Chwez rule, Bunyolo Kitala. And when that area collapsed, Bunyolo dynasty was replaced by Luo Babito dynasty and Mpuga. So Kato Kimera heard of the Luo invasion. He took off from Bunyolo and ended up in Buganda kingdom. And that's why the Banyolo believe that it was Prince Kato Kimera who established Buganda kingdom. The Kato Kimera came along with about 6 to 7 clans and entered Buganda kingdom. Not 5 to 6, but 6 to 7 clans. And he became the founder of Buganda kingdom. But we still have other theories that state that Buganda kingdom was established by the Bantu people who lived in Buganda, while others also allege that Buganda was established by the Bantu cultivators who lived around Sese Island. No matter the theory, no matter the allegation, what is true is that Buganda kingdom started as a small nucleus covering Busiro, Mawokota, and Chaddondo. Buganda only went on expanding, given the fact that it possessed strong leaders. And when you come to these strong leaders, you have to be specific which leader, which king of Buganda at that time brought which part under Buganda kingdom that Buganda managed to expand. A case in point, we cite leaders like Kabaka Kateregga, Kabaka Kyabaggu, Suna, Mawanda, Junju, Sekamanya, Semakokiro. Those were strong leaders, powerful leaders. Never cite Mwanga. Mwanga is grouped under the weak leaders Uganda has ever had, given the fact that Mwanga caused even the religious wars, which we term to as Wanfalanza, Wangereza wars in Uganda, around 1885 to 1886. Those were wars that involved the Protestants, Catholics, traditionalists, and Muslims. So Mwanga is not cited among the strong leaders Uganda has ever had. He's criticized on that background. So you cite the strong leaders and the areas they brought under Uganda's control. that in the 17th century, Kabaka Katerega brought the areas of Gomba, Singo, Butambala and Chagwe to be added to Uganda. So what was small, covering Busiroma Okutandikya Dondo, expanded. Around the 18th century, we see Kabaka Junju attacking Bunyoro and bringing areas of Buddu and Kochi that were added to Buganda. Those were rich areas in producing iron and backcloth. Because Buganda wanted them to participate in trade, and because Uganda was now going to deal in trade with the Arabs at the coast, which we term to as long distance trade, it needed to exchange what it possessed like iron implements or with the Arabs at the coast. Kabaka Sekamanya brought areas of Wekula, Bwera, and added them to Buganda, and Buganda expanded. Kabaka Suna also attacked Bujolo and crushed it. But you cannot forget areas of Bululi, Mawogola, Bulemeza, and Bugiriri that were also brought under Buganda's control. Mutesa I managed to bring areas of Buyaga and Bugangas under Buganda, and Buganda expanded in size. Dear students, that has been our lesson for today concerning the origins of Buganda Kingdom. Put into consideration the introduction. Introduction should come first because it will earn you 2 marks. By introduction, I mean give the background and the location of Buganda Kingdom. Thank you so much for listening and attending this lesson. We shall meet the next time. God bless you.